Today's horoscope and tarot reading from Astrocademy, Pisces March 11, 2022. The moon spends the day in your work and health sector, and you zero in on the details. This transit encourages putting in the effort to refine or perfect a special pursuit. It's also a good time to pay special attention to your work, health, self-care, and daily affairs. You're also interested in new ideas and methods that help you break ground, even in small ways. Conversations can lead to fun discoveries. Bonding with someone through shared interests and interesting perspectives figures strongly. You see opportunities through work activities and family, and finding the helpful information you've needed is likely. The moon continues to glimmer through your responsible 6th house of daily rituals, due diligence, and acts of service, bringing emphasis to themes surrounding your day-to-day lifestyle. Luna, however, will join forces with lucky Jupiter, magnifying things in more ways than one, which is both a blessing and a curse. Have you been overthinking your next move? Maybe you've been taking on too much work, or perhaps focusing too much on the meticulous logistics of it all. Fortunately, Luna's sweet sextile to Mercury encourages you to follow your instincts and take a leap of faith, whether you're single or already taken. Strategic negotiations are a must to weather the Mars-Jupiter square. As this transit has persisted all week, you may have had some difficulties expressing your feedback or POV at work. Colleagues or clients may have not been receptive to your insight. So, as a result, you are encouraged to hit the drawing board yet again. If there is something you want to do or implement at work, you may need to go about expressing such from a different angle. It may be wise to consider the counter-arguments from others, as well as to consider compromise. A friendly aspect between Mercury and the dwarf planet Eris, in retrograde motion in your financial sector that has been building all week, peaks today. In the final weeks of this financial year, Mercury's intellectually savvy edge not only allows you to get your head around money matters, but in a way that allows you to look back on this financial year and put things into perspective. Not everything in your private life is running as well as you would like. Friends and family have their own wishes and goals and are not bound to show consideration to you. Even though it's tough, accept that some situations will not run according to plan. Try to change your perspective and understand others' points of view. This is the best strategy at present. In one sense, you feel as if you know this person really well, but you barely know them at all. It's high time to do a little more fact-finding. It will be fun and you'll discover something totally off the wall. If you are longing for love and the feeling of security this brings, don't always pursue it with such vigor or be overly concerned if a love you want isn't always. The more information you have about the food you put into your body, the better your decisions will be, and the better you will feel overall. Find out what is important to you about the food you eat, beyond taste. Are there agricultural communities in your area? If so, be aware of what they produce and how they do it. Knowledge about food and how it is grown becomes more and more important, and it will change the way you eat, the supplements you decide to take, and generally enhance your awareness about what your body needs. If someone in your family is confused about their career or finances today, see about offering your help. The essence of this day focuses on these areas and can really emphasize problems for some. Share your experience and insight into the situation, and if any other ways to help present themselves, consider them. Just take care that you aren't tempted to loan a lot of money. Encourage change and better planning. Don't leave yourself short. Distractions early today could undermine productivity, especially if you're excited about a project or idea, and nervous energy is possible. Even so, you're motivated and, with extra effort to focus, you're in great shape. It comes more easily as the day progresses. Mars in your communication sector has been good for your enthusiasm with personal interests, projects, or studies. Brainstorming can be satisfying, and a Mars-Saturn aspect active today helps ground you. Narrowing your focus or prioritizing may be vital to a better mood. You may very well enjoy handling detail work or chores, and inventive ideas can emerge from these things. Health can also be a focus or an area for problem solving. Today also holds the potential for improving your understanding of a complex relationship once you get beyond morning restlessness. Your tarot reading for today. The High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Magician. Things are about to change in your life. The cards evoke a bright future that contrasts with the situation you are living with today. Indeed, for some time, you seem to have been worried when thinking about your future. Lately things have not been turning out as you hoped, and you have been disappointed by the behavior of some people, and by the decisions taken by people relatively close to you. Time has passed, and now you feel a bit nostalgic when you think back to those people who have moved away, those milestones you would rather have avoided. Today, the cards show new opportunities in your life, new challenges. At work and on a personal level, this translates into deep-seated changes. For some time, you have felt a bit gloomy at the idea of making the same efforts, carrying out the same tasks. You have the impression of being stalled, and repeating the same thing on a personal level. Rest assured, the cards announce a whole lot of new things in your life and upcoming events that should delight you. In particular, there is an old friend who should return to you, to support you in your life and provide you with valuable advice. You must know who it is. There are also opportunities highlighted in this draw that should allow you to bounce back in your personal life and finally get closer to your goals. Our eyes in the sky. An especially cosmic day is here, as the stars above us engage in a dazzling heavens dance. Quiet time spent in reflection is highly recommended because the moon opposes Neptune later in the morning, making us all overly emotional wrecks. This also brings even more chances that you'll simply have the wrong idea about everything. Be careful also not to over-idealize anyone. Someone could easily take advantage of you if you put too much trust in them. Later in the evening, the moon trines Pluto, and you may not be able to see how much influence people you admire have over you. Be careful and make sure that they aren't manipulating you. This would be an ideal day to have a psychic reading or therapy session because it could expose secrets from past lives or reveal things from your subconscious. Because this is an inquisitive transit, you might find yourself wanting to discuss psychology as well. Ask questions, but be careful not to seem obsessive about it. You aren't the only one who isn't perceiving everything exactly right. With the moon in critical perfectionist today, you might be harder on yourself and the people around you more than usual. There's nothing wrong with having high expectations, but when you veer into extreme negativity, that's when the problems start. If you're a boss or parent, be very careful what you say to your employees. Your words have a big effect on people today, and you have the ability to crush dreams with your criticism or lift spirits with your encouragement.